In this video today, we want to take a brief look at the origin and major cause of the continuous rift between the Israelis and Palestinians. The origin of the issue. Israel's founding father David Ben-Gurion proclaimed the modern state of Israel on May 14, 1948, establishing a safe haven for Jews fleeing persecution and seeking a national home on land to which they cite deep ties over generations. Palestinians lament Israel's creation as a catastrophe that resulted in their dispossession and blocked their dreams of becoming a state of their own. In the war that followed, some 700,000 Palestinians, half the Arab population, of what was British-ruled Palestine, fled, or were driven from their homes, ending up in Jordan, Lebanon and Syria, as well as in Gaza, the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Israel, a close U.S. ally, contests the assertion that it drove Palestinians from their homes, and points out that it was attacked by 5 Arab states, the day after its creation. In 1967, Israel made a preemptive strike against Egypt and Syria, launching a 6-day war, after which Israel ended up capturing and occupying the West Bank, Arab East Jerusalem, which it captured from Jordan, and Syria's Golan Heights ever since then. In 2002, an Arab plan offered Israel normal ties with all Arab countries in return for a full withdrawal from the lands it took in the 1967 Middle East War, creation of a Palestinian state and a just solution for Palestinian refugees, and since then all peace efforts have been stalled, as a result of disagreement between both parties, as a result of the peace formula that envisages a Palestinian state established in territory that Israel captured in 1967. But before we carry on, we need to understand the role of Hamas in all of this. Which now brings us to the question, how did Hamas come about? Hamas was formed in late 1987, at the beginning of the first Palestinian uprising. Its roots are in the Palestinian branch of the Muslim Brotherhood, and it is supported by a robust socio-political structure, inside the Palestinian territories. It has a serious antipathy toward Israel, and aimed to eradicate the Israeli state. And as such has been designated as a terrorist organization by the United States, the European Union and Israel. Back to the story at hand, so there always seemed to be a continuous and incessant rift between the Israelis and Palestinians, as a result of unresolved issues between both parties, with respect to the following. 1. Two-state solution, an agreement that would create a state for the Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza Strip alongside Israel. Whereas Hamas has rejected the two-state solution, and is sworn to Israel's destruction. While Israel has said a Palestinian state must be demilitarized so for it not to threaten Israel. 2. Settlements. Most countries deem Jewish settlements built on lands Israel occupied in 1967 as illegal. While Israel disputes this and holds on to them, with their continued expansion being among the most contentious issues on the table, between Israel, the Palestinians, and the international community. 3. The fight for Jerusalem. Palestinians want East Jerusalem, which includes sites sacred to Muslims, Jews and Christians, to be the capital of their state. While Israel says Jerusalem should remain its indivisible and eternal capital. 4. Refugees. Today about 5.6 million Palestinian refugees, mainly descendants of those who fled in 1948, live in Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, the Israeli-occupied West Bank and Gaza. So while Palestinians have long demanded that refugees should be allowed to return, along with millions of their descendants, Israel says any resettlement of Palestinian refugees must occur outside of its borders. Although there are lots of other minor issues to be considered as well, but these 4 are the major ones that critically has to be looked into with immediate seriousness if there is ever going to be real peace between these people. Now coming to the latest upset that just began a couple of days back. It was at about 6:30 a.m. on Saturday the 7th of October 2023, in a very daring move, Hamas fighters, with a barrage of hundreds of rockets, attacked about 50 Israeli military outposts along the border, and once they neutralized them, they managed to breach the wall and fence, and trooped in droves into Israel, and within a matter of an hour or two, more than 200 lives were lost, and so many were abducted, and taken back into Gaza Strip, and these included women, children, elderly people, and even including some military personnel as well. And this led to Israel declaring war on them, bombarding them with unlimited number of rockets and sophisticated missiles, and so far is still brewing stronger, further complicating the already estranged ties between both parties. And that is the story so far. And so with this we have come to the end of this video for now. Please do leave a comment or two in the comment section below, and also kindly do subscribe to this channel while you do so.